So I just got this Regalo gate delivered, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to go through and show you everything you need to know about it, how to install it, how it comes out of the box. You can see out of the box it comes like this, so there's a little bit of assembly required. This does give you 29 inches to 47 inches, so 29 to 47 inches. So make sure you measure your space before you go through and buy this to make sure it will go through and fit. You can go through and customize it using these extenders here, and I'll show you how to use those in just a minute. This does mount to the wall using these brackets right here, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So let's go through and get this thing all installed so I can give you a full review on it. So the first thing we need to do here is take these two ends of the gate and go through and screw them together. You can see right here, there's this little gap, and then there's a little screw part right here. These just go through and slide in just like this. And the nice thing is they provide obviously the hardware and then also a nice little Allen wrench to go through and screw these together. So go through and screw that right there. So we have those all screwed in here. Next, we want to make sure that this hinge tube is inside the gate right here. You can see this little tube goes through and slides in. It was actually already in there when it came out of the box, but you may have to go through and just insert that in there. And then we're just going to simply put these in these holes right there. You can see they slide in, and then down below here, you can see there's a hole that these got to go in as well. Okay, so now that we have this in here and up at the top, we're now going to take this little screw right here, and this is called a binding post, and this is going to go through and screw in on this end right here, just on this spot. So we're going to go through, stick this in right here, and then screw it on this other side. Okay, so you can see we now have this binding post locked in here, and what this does is it makes it so that whether you move the gate up or down, it's not going to fall out or anything like that. And for the opening that I'm doing right here for this gate, this is actually 45.5 inches, so I'm going to be using both of the extenders. These are, of course, optional depending on what your size is. We're just going to go through and snap these on just like this. Very easy to do that, and then we're going to grab these ones on the other side here and do the exact same thing. Just go through and slide on there, and then slide in this way. And now you can see we have a space to go through and add these. There's a little bit of a gap because now we're going to go through and add these little brackets here to mount this to the wall. Now, in order to keep these on the wall, what you're going to do is screw this part into the gate right here. You can see these are just going to slide in just like this. But then you want these little mounting brackets on the wall themselves so that it holds it in place. They do provide screws, so you can go through and screw these into the wall. So that's what we're going to be doing, is just going through and screwing these in so that they're on there, and then we can go through and just stick these in the gate. And this is what it looks like when it is all installed. You'll obviously want to go through and remove this yellow sticker. It does serve a good purpose, though, to remind you that the gap between the door latch and the frame is not a defect. What this means is if when you are installing this gate is open and it's not fully shut, what you want to do is go through and tighten this until the gate shuts all the way, because that adds the pressure there to then be able to go close the gate. So as you saw, it's very easy to install. And then how this thing operates is there's a two safety kind of latch here. You pull this out, and then you'll see that there's this part right here that you have to pull the door up as well to get rid of that. And then you can go through and open up this latch. And then in order to close it, you got to pull it back and then pull it up as well, just like that. And then it can swing both ways. So you can go through and open it up this way and bring it out just like that, which is great. Also, one other thing important to note about these is if you do have baseboards, they're not a problem at all, because the way you can go through and adjust the top and the bottom to match it. So baseboards are not a problem with this baby gate. You can install them with or without baseboards.